How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time since we posted a video, but as you can see, we're not actually in a garage. We still haven't found a house yet, so I'm just happy to be getting you guys another video out. We're doing a little bit of maintenance on the tow rig that we got here. It's a 05 Ford F350. Pretty clean truck. Truck has just over 100,000 miles, which is really low for these. So we're going to be doing two things. First thing we're going to be doing is the serpentine belt. A while back I was having issues with charging, so I decided to get a Sinister diesel alternator. It's a 200 amp, and I did a whole bunch of upgrade on the wiring, grounds. Used this 3/0 to connect the two batteries on the side, on both sides. So when the truck is running for quite a while, and you go to shut it off, you get a belt squeak, and the belt squeak is from the Sinister diesel pulley being smaller than the OE pulley. So in order to fix that, you go to a HD belt, or I like to call it the green belt. So let's quit talking, let's get started. So there's a little trick to these tensioners. You have like a little spring-loaded catch here that you can do whenever if you pull on this, you can get the tensioner to come full lock, and then you flip that spring-loaded piece, and it will hold the tensioner in place, so you can take your belt off, and you don't need to have any tools. So it's kind of a pain to get to, but I'll just try to show you guys. Right down in there. So this is not your tensioner, this one is your tensioner. And there's a little spring-loaded piece that you just press on the backside going this way as you pull on your belt, and there'll be a little lip that it goes into, and then once you release, then your belt is loose. That's a really good rule of thumb. Make sure your belt is the same length. I would hate to put it all the way in there and then your belt be too short and you're fighting. Boom, same length. And if you're like me and don't write down the diagram or how the belt wraps, if you still have your sticker, and you just look on the sticker and boom, right there. Obviously we have the single alternator. Some of these have the dual alternator. The belt routing will be different if you have that. Alright guys, so the belt's kind of a pain in the butt, but just take your time, make sure it's around all the pulleys, make sure the routing is good. So to release the tensioner, all you gotta do is just pull on the belt hard enough and it will release, and then put tension on your belt. So that was the boring modification we were doing today. Tomorrow, whenever the part comes in, we're going to be replacing the intake box and tube to the turbo. That should be fun. Alright guys, it's day 2. We finally got our parts in. S&B intake. My GoPro decided it wanted to die, so we'll be doing it on the phone and see if I can get it a good shot for you guys. Let's get started. I don't have a stand for my phone to be able to record this as I'm doing it, so I'm just going to tell you and then I'm going to do it and then I'll bring you back. So first, remove all your clips and then get this first portion. You could probably even take it out from here and take it out. So we took the box out. It was really easy. It's just push pins here, and then if you just take your clips off, it all comes apart. You're gonna have to swap over this guy and your intake temperature sensor. And now we're going to be taking the boot off all the way up to the turbo. So the rest of it is out. I did end up having to take the bolts off of the nuts off of this to get it out. I am going to put that bracket back on so it holds the fickum down. There's a little side-by-side comparison. So all your stock stuff, and I don't know if it's just me or the kit, but there was no instructions. I'm pretty sure it's easy to figure out, but I don't know. I mean, I just like to know what part goes where before I keep putting them in like a puzzle, trying to figure it out. But we'll get it done. So I figured one thing out. So this guy is actually going to go here, and then this one is going to be going in there like so. Another thing I noticed in my kit is this is actually made for a mass airflow truck, and if you look here, mine actually isn't a mass airflow truck. The connector's there, but it's got like this dummy plug on the other side. Alright, I figured it out. So the hole I used to put my intake air temperature sensor, I'm going to be assuming that that's what this is for, to go into that hole, and then maybe for that hole you use your I guess this is like an air gauge. Tells the computer when your airflow of into your filter is not good enough or not enough, and then puts a light on the dash. I've never actually seen it, so I think that's how you're supposed to do it. So I've gotten this far. All I have left is the elbow to go from here to the turbo. I did accidentally, see if I can show you, that guy in there, that goes to that tube. It goes up. I guess that's like a crankcase ventilation piece. There was an O-ring on it in here that ended up breaking or snapping in half whenever I took it out. So I'll have to find an O-ring for that later in the date. I don't really drive this truck much, so I can either buy this whole piece new or just find an O-ring that will fit that. Alright, so it's all together. Clamps are all tight. So they give you two options for your top. It's a plastic piece that goes over it, so where you can see it. It's like a window. So then it seals it off from any other air. I went with this kit because I like the fact that it is enclosed in a box, and I truly didn't know that they had this. So this will sit on here, will seal on the hood, and then you have a second entry hole for air, not only through the grill, through this tube, but through that. I don't want any of the engine bay air going in, so I think we're gonna go with this one. Alright guys, it's all installed. I did have to pick my positive battery cable over the top. It wouldn't reach to my positive post because of the box. Might do something different with that a little later also. So a little background on the truck. So now it has an intake. Had BMRP exhaust, and it's actually a dual exhaust, or a dual tip at least. That is a turbo back system. It does have a EGR delete, and I did replace the oil cooler on it when I first got it because of the engine oil temps and the coolant temps being so different. And then I do have a tune with a local company here called LSX Killer, and that is done with the SCT live wire. So pretty simple truck. It's just a tow truck. I don't do any kind of racing with it or anything, but yeah. So if you guys like the video, subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and we're gonna keep doing more videos. Hopefully if we do them here, then they'll be outside, but we're trying to get as much content out there for everybody. So until next time guys, we'll see you later.